Hi, I'm Congressman Garamendi, and I'm back again to tell you what's going on here in Washington, D.C. I think there's one word that would describe it: chaos. This place is in total chaos. The president and his tweets and whatever he's talking about has got everybody upset around here, and needless to say, the rest of the world wondering what in the world America's up to. And then Congress. I was a little late getting over here to record this today. It seems as though the vice president's hanging out at the Capitol. I wonder why. Well, they've introduced the repeal of the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. It's not going to go away. What they introduced was Obamacare Light. We can call it Trump Care, but it really is Obamacare with less benefits and more cost and a massive tax reduction for the super wealthy. Now, if you're making over, $2 million a year, you're going to get, at least $200,000 tax reduction. And if you're one of those top 400 wealthy people in America, wow, it's $7 million tax reduction. You've been worried? You've been worried about income inequality? Well, you ought to worry more, because in the repeal of the Affordable Care Act is the repeal of the taxes that support the benefits for the working men and women that are not making $7 million, $1 million, $200,000. We're talking about the average family out there that's making $40,000, $50,000 a year. You're going to get hammered. And if you happen to be somewhere in the age of 50 to 65, before you get to Medicare, well, that subsidy that you had in the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare that gave you around $9,000 if you're in the average income bracket for people in that area, well, it's going to be $5,000. You're going to lose $4,000 of subsidy as a result of this repeal and replacement. This is a bad one. So why was I late? Well, the vice president's over here bending arms. One of my Republican colleagues came in with his arm in a sling, and I said, "What happened to you?" And he said, "Oh, they've been twisting my arm." Well, a lot of arm twisting is going on, but at the end of the day, the American public is going to revolt. This is a terrible, terrible deal. So don't let it happen. Be aware of what's going on. You can certainly write to me. Below the radar screen, other things are going on, and you might want to know about that. Wells Fargo, when they went out and took in hundreds of thousands of their customers and wrote them into accounts and programs that they didn't even know about, well, under the new provision, H.R. 985 and H.R. 725, which quietly passed the House of Representatives, your ability to sue a corporation because they've screwed you over, not going to happen anymore. Those two bills, should they become law, will make it extraordinarily difficult. One of them allows the corporation to go forum shopping, that is, to find a friendly judge. Another one just makes it downright difficult to be participating in a class action suit. I'll tell you, it is crazy around here. Congress is in chaos. The Republicans are hiding from the vice president. They don't want their arm twisted. They know that there's a terrible bill that the president, Trump, and the vice president, Pence, wants them to vote on. But they're only too anxious to vote in ways that take away your protections. We'll talk about more next week. I know for sure there's going to be more coming down the pike. In the meantime, you can get in touch with me by going to my Facebook, going to my website, or just send me a Twitter.